Alright, hi guys. My name is Antonio. I am a student of Infinite Prosperity, and I am making this video to help share my experiences with it. My intentions are to help others make the decision. Looking back on where I was at, if I would have had, somebody telling me from the point of perspective of where I was coming from, that they went into Infinite Prosperity, and they became a student. um, I think it would have been a whole lot easier for me. So basically, to looking back, what was I looking for? And that's going to be the key, whether my particular experience helps you out or not, I believe. So I was looking for something to get out of the 9 to 5 job. I enjoy my present work, but it's not something that I guaranteed that is going to go on forever. Not only that, but to me, just thinking about being tied down into a position, working for a company for the next 30, 40 years, hoping that I have a retirement at the time that I can enjoy and travel the world, isn't something that really inspires me to jump up and down with joy. Even if I were to make a lot of money, I would still have a definite amount of money that I would be making for a definite amount of time. So it is my life that I am trading for money, for a living. I'm trading my life for a living. Um, so I wanted to break out of that, and forex trade. I want to look beyond it. And one of the things that I found as an option and an opportunity was forex trading to make some extra money on the side. And but the problem is that there's so much information out there. I got what they call information overload. My eyes got crossed really quickly, trying to figure out how best to interpret the information and actually apply it. And there just really wasn't any good way. I had no particular starting point of where to go. And I happened to run across Infinite Prosperity and through various searches, and it kept on seeing it pop up. So I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and check it out. And I looked, and I'm like, saw that price on there to become a member. I was like, I don't know about this. Then I took the time to actually read lesson one, that they allow you to log in, read for free. I went ahead and actually watched the screencasts that Lewis had done earlier, which were, I thought, enormous help. I saw the way this guy, he really sees the details and understands how the markets work, how the markets move, and he wants to share that information with me. I mean, you just watch it, you can feel his passion for it and his understanding for it. And that's what he really wants to help all of his students do, is really understand what moves the markets, what those charts are telling you. Now, that was all great and good, but the real kicker is when I went ahead and actually did some. I was searching on YouTube for some stuff, and I actually ran across one of the Infinite Prosperity sites. So I was watching their videos too, and a couple of them were of this 22-year-old buying a car, Lamborghini, Audi R8, and I'm like, oh my goodness, are you serious? And I just got inundated, started watching all those types of videos and stuff, and to just see her having that type of fun, and at the time I had an Audi, and I'm just an Audi enthusiast. Several of my email accounts are Audi driver something 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 at whatever.com. So I was all right. I'm good to go. Let me give this a shot and see what works. So I called up my wife. I made it happen. I'm reading through the lessons. There were several questions that I had emailed off to Amy and Lois for clarification on some items. And the best thing that I found is that email did not go off into a black hole. They got back to me in a very short time span. So that was another thing that was great, is they got back to me in a short time span while I'm going through the lessons. All right, and when you get up to the lessons where you get up to the last three lessons, or the last four, they give you three specific strategies. All right, there's one lesson on each strategy, and they don't overload you with all types of information. They say, hey, these things work. and this is the best thing that worked for me, right, is I can duplicate. If you give me a formula, I can duplicate that. If you give me a whole bunch of information, you say do that, and I might not be able to do that. But if you tell me, hey, if X, Y, Z scenarios line up, do that. This lines up with this strategy. You trade on that strategy. If C, D, and F indicators line up, it goes with this strategy. And then the same thing with the third strategy. That's what I liked. Now, as I went through it first, of course, as if I'm like a child first beginning to learn how to walk. I fell a few times, and I sent emails off to them. Hey, guys, what is going on? What am I doing wrong? They got back to me. Hey, this is what you're doing wrong. Take a look at it. All right, and they explained what I was, and it just kind of clicked. So you get that type of feedback later on. If you don't understand what's happening, something isn't going right, you always got that feedback going back and forth. They're also on Facebook. So this way, when you're actually doing stuff right, you want to celebrate. You post it online there, or you can post it on Facebook. Hey guys, I made X amount of percentage off this trade here. Who else got this or whatever? You see that going on back and forth quite a bit. So they're also developing this community of traders, right? Community of traders and support. I mean, how important is that? As community of fellow traders that have the same information presented to them that they have working, you have access to tap into that, along with Amy and Lewis, which are the founders. Which they founded this because they are professionals. So that is my basic review, my suggestions in a nutshell. I really hope that you guys have found this useful. Leave a message down at the bottom, whatnot. Have a good one. Happy trading.